Robertson dishes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Jones drives in. The baseline J. The shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Paul kicks to Hawes. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. Thomas checked in for Perry Jones. Paul against Westbrook. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 11 points in the quarter.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Here's Robertson, covered by Douglas Roberts. Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook with the bucket.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Again, the miss by Paul. And we finished one half of basketball.
Scott, I heard you tell the guys you were giving up too many easy baskets. How do you adjust going forward?
Well, we have to get back on defense, and we can. If we're going to switch, we got to switch aggressive. But we're just giving up too many points around the paint.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. The second half beginning in just a moment. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
He has that slasher mentality, guys. We saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put on it.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. International combo up front with Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Jones in at the three. Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
And Reddick kicks to Paul. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Paul's got 26 points. Chris Paul, Clark, the driving force behind the Clippers offense. As good a distributor as he is, he's also been probably, I think, their best crunch time scorer.
Perhaps that's the case, but I think Blake Griffin has made big progress in his scoring game over the last season. More assertive, more skilled, turning and facing, getting to the free throw line, getting better, knocking down free throws as well. And I think that's kind of helped take some of the scoring pressure off of CP3.
A lot of people who watch the NBA really kind of challenged him to expand his game, and he answered the challenge.
No, he did. He stepped up big.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set. Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. Second in blocks, second in free throw percentage, and they were ranked third in opponent field goal percentage. This team really gets after it defensively. They made a commitment to that end of the floor.
And I think the thing that jumps out at me is that the blocks per game. It just shows how well coached they were defensively. Great rotations. They closed out, and they forced their opponents into tough situations at the hoop. That's how they were able to block so many shots. You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Ibaka with the screen on Paul. Westbrook missing again.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Jordan kicks to Paul. Here's Griffin, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sensed just where that rebound was going, and if becomes an easy two for them.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Here's Barnes, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Matt Barnes, really a good glue guy. He rebounds, defends. He's gotten better with his outside shot, and he can really run the lane. And he's always had a toughness and a fearlessness that I think a lot of coaches love.
And he sinks the second. And you look at advanced plus-minus measurements, Matt Barnes rates very well.
Not surprised by that, Kevin. He brings so much energy at both ends of the floor. He does a lot of those little intangible things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
Now here's Redick, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Paul outside, and they double up Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Barnes passes to Paul. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Roberson. Passes to Westbrook. There's a good screen. He kicks to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. It's Westbrook with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. It's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Thunder trailing by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
For the Clippers, Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Farmar in for Chris Paul. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Adams. And it's Telfair in for Roberson. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He jumped center stage now. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And finish off by Collison.
Now, that's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but, Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end and be more aggressive.
Here's Farmar. Thunder with the rebound. Collison's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, you know, every time these two teams face off, it is Battle Los Angeles. For so long, the Lakers have really owned the city. But the Clippers looking to make up for lost time right now.
Here's Farmar. Griffin. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's Westbrook. The dish to Ibaka. Farmar grabs the board.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
That one goes. Count.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Here is Telfair. Screened by Ibaka. This one for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Griffin dishes to Barnes. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And then Jones with the jam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
That may put a little life back into this team.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Griffin against Collison. Here's Crawford. Here's Jordan. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got 6.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Westbrook, no good.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they...
And here at the... Tune in. Come on. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
CP3 at point with Reddick there at the backcourt. Pito Turkoglu out there with Spencer Hawes. And it's Douglas Roberts in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Coach. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list. Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Westbrook after the basket by Los Angeles. Thomas kicks to Westbrook. From 10 feet out, and the jumper falls for him.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Clippers leading by 14. All up top, he's covered by Westbrook. Reddick with the 3, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Oklahoma City shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go, and the shot is long.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Reddick with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose.
I'm telling you, these threes are
all they're really lining them up defensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Spencer Hawes, an early candidate last season for most improved player, but his hot shooting steadily tailed off, Steve, with the Sixers last year.
Yeah, month after month, you know, his field goal percentage and three-point percentage has dropped. But I thought he found new life when he was traded to the Cavs. Remember, when you're on a bad team, you're losing night after night. It can be disheartening. I think that might have been some of what we saw with Hawes and his numbers declining.
A second chance effort, and the basket by Douglas Roberts. Douglas Roberts has got 4 points this quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Well, it seems to me that they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially at the offensive end, guys.
And Hall's a free agent this offseason. He's been playing well over the last 3 seasons. He was a safe bet to get a nice new contract. Big guys with his skill level, they get paid in this league.
Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. Westbrook lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Clippers leading by 18. Paul for 3. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Then for Hawes, a rare skill set. Not that many 7-footers who can shoot from three-point range the way he can. And as much as teams value threes nowadays, not surprising he commanded a nice payday in free agency. Well, Chris Paul breaking Magic Johnson's record last season with 13 double-doubles to start the season. That's points and assists we're talking about. You know, anytime you're mentioned in the same breath as a Hall of Famer, that's a pretty good thing.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. Barnes comes in for Chris Douglas Roberts. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Ibaka's checked in.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Chris Paul finishing last season as the NBA's leader in assists per game. His 3rd time achieving that mark.
Yeah, and he's been in the top 5 in this category pretty much since he came into the league. You won't find any better than Chris Paul as a point guard.
And here now the Thunder. The Clippers getting the bucket. And Russell Westbrook again. Westbrook's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 8 points for Barnes.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good